Okay, so I've never made a commentary video before like this, even though I've thought about doing it for like ever. Obviously, there's a ton of other people who do it, but I think you know what? I'm just gonna give it a try, and I'm also gonna try and do it on one take because I want it to be real and like genuine. So that's what I'm gonna do. So this is my first time watching this run back, actually, and I've got a ton of other stuff to talk about other than this run. But before I like begin talking about like going overseas and everything, the reason you clicked on this video and all that, this run itself is actually an old PB of mine. It's like I've gotten a PB since then, but this is I think my third fastest ranked run. I'm pretty sure, like currently as of recording this. So anyway, it's a BT. It's a fun run, so that's what's going to be going on in the background. I'll comment on it some, but this is my first time watching it back in a while, so just using the TNT to blow up some trees. I assume you know the basics of like Minecraft speedrunning if you clicked on this video. And if you don't, just enjoy it, I guess. It's fun. It's cool. There's a lot of tutorials out there, so this is probably not going to be one of them. Sorry if that's what you thought. Anyway, let me get back to like what I was actually talking about. This is my first commentary video that I've like ever really done. I've tried some commentary-esque stuff before. Like I made a main channel video that kind of flopped a while back, but you know what? I thought I would just try this out. So this video is going to be talking about a lot of different things. And we'll see what I actually get to and what I don't get to. But the big thing that I want to talk about is the fact that I am leaving my country for the first time ever. Now, if you live in Europe or like anywhere pretty much but the United States, that's probably a really weird sentence to hear. I mean, if you live in the US, it's like somewhat normal, I think, because like only like 50% of people like even have passports or like have left the country or something like that. It's something crazy. But anyway, I've never left the country before. I've been a lot of places in the US. Like I lived in California for like a while, and then I lived in Tennessee since then pretty much. So I've traveled like a lot of places on both the West and East Coast. I had some relatives like in Oklahoma, which is like right in the middle of the country for those of you who don't live here. So like I've traveled a decent amount in the United States, but I've never actually left the border. So it's kind of crazy. I'm really excited. I'm really nervous. And where I'm going is kind of crazy. I don't know. I'm not super familiar with like the skills of people who dox other people, so I want to be kind of vague because I don't know what's possible and what's not possible, and I really don't want to like accidentally leak a bunch of information. So anyway, I'm just going to be careful. I'm not going to say exactly where I'm going, but I'm going to a place that is not... Oh, that Hoglin almost knocked me off. Yikes. Anyway, I'm going to a place that's not like super frequently traveled to. It's not like a big tourist destination. I actually have relatives, my in-laws live overseas in like a Central Asian country. What can I say? I guess you can say it's a second world country in Central Asia, which, okay, fun fact, I'm going to go on a little bit of a tangent. I learned this like a month ago and it blew my mind. So you know the term first world, second world, third world country? Like the people use them all the time, and people usually think of like, oh, first world country is a country that has like a ton of development and is like super advanced in technology, things like that. And then third world is, you know, a country that doesn't have as many resources. That's actually completely not true, and it blew my mind. So first world refers to, or at least it did when the term originated, it referred to countries that sided with the United States in the Cold War, and then second world was countries that sided with the Soviet Union in the Cold War, and then third world countries were just everybody else. And it just so happened that like typically more developed countries were first world countries and less developed countries were third world countries. But that's not actually what the term means. So like I learned it in an economics class like a month ago. So like the better term is like developing countries and developed countries. But anyway, I'm using the term correctly here. I'm going to be visiting like a second world country in like Central Asia. So there's like, I guess if you really care, there's some countries you can narrow that down to, but I don't think that leaks anything of mine. Anyway, all things considered, that's not a country, like, those types of countries are not countries that a ton of people routinely visit. So I'm really excited about a lot of different things. One of which is, like, I actually get to see more of the world than I feel like people who go and visit, you know, the typical vacation destinations for, you know, Americans who travel abroad, which that's fine and that's great, and I want to do that too. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with it, and I think there's a ton of really valuable experiences that you can gain from doing stuff like that. But I'm really excited that I feel like I get to see a bit more of the world just because I'm seeing something that's so different than what I'm used to. And so I feel like I'll also, just because I have relatives who actually live there, I'm going to get to see more so how people live day to day. And I also feel like I'll be able to, I don't know, just see a little bit more history than normal. I mean, I guess it depends on which country you go to. There's a value to visiting probably pretty much anywhere. But I don't know, I'm really excited about the place that I get to go, just for me personally. I'm also excited about getting to see family that I haven't seen in forever. That's going to be super cool and really fun. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm also looking forward to the fact that it's not on Geoguessr. For those of you who don't know, which I guess is like pretty much everyone, I may have mentioned it to like 2 or 3 people online, but I doubt even that many. I played Geoguessr a lot. I'm not good. I'm not a Rainbolt or a Zigzag or anybody like that. But like, I play it a little bit and I enjoy getting to see the places. So it's actually going to be crazy to go to a place like that and just see the differences between here and the United States, or sorry, between there and the United States. What am I saying? Anyway, for those of you who travel a lot, this probably isn't that big of a deal, and like, that's totally fine and that's chill. I'm just kind of freaking out about it and I'm super excited. So it's probably not that big of a deal for a lot of people, but it's also probably a pretty big deal for quite a few people as well, so I'm excited about it. Oh, what did I do? Oh my gosh. Sorry, I just watched the run back for a second. I threw that pearl at the piglin and made them all angry. That was really bad. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm glad I didn't die there. This ended up being PB, so that would have been terrible. Anyway, there's a few things that I'm nervous about too. Like, I don't know. Obviously, I'm not going to understand the culture, and there's going to be a ton that, like, I'm just going to do wrong, and I'm probably going to offend people, and I don't know, I've heard that they're very hospitable in this place, like most of that region is, so, and I'll also have family there, so everybody's assuring me that, like, it's going to be fine, and, like, that's expected, and it's all chill and everything, but I don't know, I am kind of nervous about that still, you know, you don't really want to be, like, the odd one out doing all the bad culturally what's the right word, but like just like not understanding the people around you. You don't want to be that person, but obviously I'm not going to speak the language. I'm not going to totally understand everyone around me. So like that's just something that it's going to be really good, and it's going to be a great experience to have, to see the just different people than I've seen my whole life. That's going to be amazing. But I am, like, really nervous about that. So that's pretty fun and pretty scary. But so that's one of the things I'm nervous about. And then also just, like, a ton of just cultural things. Like, they wear a lot of different stuff there than I wear here. And people have been telling me, like, what clothes to buy and what clothes to bring and things like that. But, wait, is that a pillager outpost? Surely not. Surely not. Wait, was there a pillager outpost in this run? Please, I hope I turn around. I want to see. Because I guess I could go back in the... Oh, yeah, there it is. Wow. I forgot about that. That's actually really scary. I've gotten pillager outposts on blinds before, and then they just mercilessly shoot you while you're trying to sit there and measure your eyes, and it's so freaking annoying. It's awful. I hate it so much, but I guess it wasn't... Oh, there's a pillager. I guess it wasn't that bad this time, thankfully. Yeah, I just get away. Let's chill. I was going to say, I don't remember anything about pillagers in this run. That's weird. I guess I totally forgot about that. But yeah, no, pillagers can be so annoying on blind if you spawn, like, right in front of a pillager outpost. I think I was doing RSG, like, one time, and they just started spawning everywhere. It was horrible. It was awful. I hated it. And I hope it never happens again, but it probably will. So anyway, where was I? What was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm also nervous about food, just because, like, I am not a very adventurous eater. Anybody who knows me well will tell you that. I don't try new things. I don't like spicy food. People will say the food that I call spicy is like extremely mild. So in a country in this region, if you know anything about it, I'm just kind of screwed. Like, I'm just accepting the fact that I'm probably not going to like a lot of the food, and I'm probably going to be sick for part of the time, which is chill. Like, that's fine. It's definitely worth the experience, but I am a little bit nervous about that. And the weird thing, though, is I'm not nervous about travel. I've never traveled outside of the US, but I don't know. I probably should just be nervous about it, but I don't know. I'm not. So anyway, those are like some of the big things that are going on in my life right now. Some of the things that I'm really, really excited about and really scared about. Oh, and fun fact, I can't remember if I mentioned this. This video I'm scheduling to go up probably like, I don't know, like first or second week of January or something, just because I'm trying to like post a lot of content at the beginning of the year because I want to have some sort of consistency, and I want to have kind of a backlog of videos to go up after, you know, after I'm like starting up again, because I haven't posted very much in a while. Like, I've posted a short here and there, but like pretty much nothing overall. So this video is actually going to go up like either while I'm there, because I'm going to be there for 3 weeks and we're leaving like pretty soon. I'm recording this in like mid-December, by the way. So like this video is going to go up either like while I'm there or right after I get back. So that's really funny. So I guess when this video goes up, like I'll know the answer to a lot of these questions that I have, which is kind of crazy to think about. So we'll see. Maybe I'll leave a comment on this video talking about my experiences. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I might be too busy while I'm there to think about this video when it gets posted. So I may not respond to a lot of comments on the videos that I post, but I should have a ton of stuff like scheduled to go up and scheduled to like be posted while I'm gone, which is kind of cool. I've been working so hard these past couple of months on like making content in the background, doing things. Also, what I'm doing right now is so freaking slow. I need to speed this up. I need to practice my whole portal room, like death resets, zero setup, everything, because that was so bad. Oh my goodness. Also, I don't zero cycle here. I don't know why I didn't go for zero cycle. Did I just not have blocks? Or was I just... Maybe that tower was too tall. I can't remember. Because I can't tell. I should have at least, like, tried to... I have food. I should have at least tried to pearl up there, probably. Yeah, that tower's not too tall. I know that zero. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I just didn't have blocks. I can't tell in my inventory. I probably just didn't have blocks, or I was just too nervous because I was on PB pace or something. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Anyway, I should have probably zeroed that because I do know that zero cycle. But it's whatever. It ended up PBing anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. So yeah, I have some more things to talk about, but there's only like 30 seconds left in this video, so I don't really want to waste a bunch of like talking points on this video that's just about to end. Oh yeah, especially since it's perching like literally right now. So I guess enjoy the one cycle. I can't remember. I think it is a decent one cycle. That's 1 bed, 2 beds. Ooh, that's bad. 3 beds. 4, 5. Okay. The last couple of beds did it, but that was a kind of a sloppy one cycle. It's all right. I need to practice one cycles as well. Anyway, I'll end the video here for retention. So I guess see ya. Bye-bye. Subscribe. Bye.